Topic: Secrets of Successful Marriage.
My love, please teach me the secrets of successful marriage.
Okay, my love. Do you know that it can be hard to imagine that you and your spouse might not live happily ever after? But sharing your life with another person can be a challenge, especially if you don't have a lot of experience with relationships. Marriages take work, commitment, and love, but they also need respect to be truly happy and successful. Therefore, I will reveal 7 secrets of successful marriage to you today. Number 1. Communicate clearly and often with your partner. Communication in relationships is like a river. When thoughts and feelings flow smoothly between marriage partners, it's fun, feels good, and helps support everyone around. However, when communication flow is turbulent, it's potentially dangerous and destructive. And when communication gets blocked, pressure builds up. Communication allows you to explain to someone else what you are experiencing and what your needs are. The act of communicating not only helps to meet your needs, but it also helps you to be connected in your relationship. Number 2. Always tell your spouse that you're thankful for having him or her in your life. Showing gratitude to your spouse is an important daily practice. It's essential to nurturing a healthy marriage. There are many ways to express your thanks to your husband, as same goes to husband. More importantly, by saying it out loud. And more often, intentionally saying thank you to your spouse more often is the simplest, most obvious way to show him or her your gratitude. It can be easy to neglect to thank your spouse for everyday tasks that may seem mundane. But you'll find that your gratitude can transform your spouse's view of these tasks, especially if he or she has been feeling bogged down. It doesn't take much effort, but those simple words go a long way. Do you know that you can write a sweet note of thanks to your spouse and hide it where he can easily find it? In their lunchbox, on the dashboard of their car, on the bathroom mirror, or someplace similar. It's amazing how a little note like that can brighten someone's day. Even scribbling a message onto a sticky note can make all their daily efforts feel more worthwhile. Do you know cooking a special dinner means a lot to your partner? First, does your spouse have a favorite meal he loves? Or a recipe you've been dying to try? You do whip up a dish every once in a while that brings back happy memories for you both. Set aside a little time to prepare a home-cooked meal just for him or her. Light some candles, play some music, and dine in together at home. More importantly, always take the time to deliberately tell your kids about all the great things your husband or wife does for the family, and encourage them to say thank you to their other parent as well. You can even go a step further and suggest that the kids create handmade artwork to thank their mom or dad, or that they even help out with the chores to take the load off your spouse. Cultivating this gratitude in your children will resonate throughout your entire immediate family. Number 3. Make time for you two as a couple. It gives us shared interests as well as the opportunity to have fun and laugh together. All these experiences help to create closeness and exclusivity in a couple relationship. Regularly setting aside time for one another is a small way to make a big impact on a relationship. There are many factors that contribute to a satisfying marriage/relationship, such as love, commitment, trust, time, attention, good communication including listening, partnership, tolerance, patience, openness, honesty, respect, sharing, consideration, generosity, willingness/ability to compromise, constructive. I often hear frustrated couples complain, "We don't have time for date nights," or "We don't have time to work on our relationship. There are too many tasks, long days at work, food shopping, laundry, homework, after-school activities, sports, and lessons." The list never ends. My response is, you have to make the time. If your relationship, your marriage, and the future of your family are important, become the master of your time. You may think it's impossible, but even small changes can make a big difference. Number 4. Plan for some personal time. The ability to talk and listen to each other is one key to a healthy marriage. You should never assume your partner knows what you are thinking or feeling. Tell your spouse what is going on, And as a spouse, know when to simply listen. Learning to really hear your partner is a skill that may require practice. Have open and honest communications. Good relationships rely on good communication, whether it's face-to-face, on the telephone or email. Setting and maintaining healthy boundaries is a pivotal aspect of what keeps couples together. When you set healthy boundaries and your partner respects those boundaries and vice versa, it builds trust, respect, intimacy, and communication in the relationship. Number 5. Try to understand that it's okay to disagree. Make sure your spouse feels heard. Sharpen those listening skills. Guard against allowing the disagreement to create resentment or bitterness between the two of you. Accept that it's possible neither of you may be wrong, you just see the situation from different perspectives. When it comes to relationships, conflict is inevitable. But it doesn't have to be emotionally distressing or callous. Couples can disagree and, yes, even fight while still showing compassion and respect for each other. It's actually possible to agree to disagree without experiencing distress in your marriage. Meaning, both people have accepted the other's point of view without agreeing on it and they are moving on. The key to couples learning how to agree to disagree is learning how to be good listeners and knowing how to value and express appreciation for their perspective, even if you have a completely different point of view. What happens in a marriage when spouses disagree is one person shares their perspective. Instead of really listening to what the person is saying, the other spouse is focusing on words or phrases they want to respond to. So, they don't really hear all that their spouse said. And, while responding, the same thing happens with the other spouse, which creates this dangerous downward spiral, leaving both people feeling unheard and not valued. Number 6. Build trust. Trusting your husband or wife will enable you to feel safe, secure, and supported. As marriage is a lifetime commitment, it is very important to know that you are committing to someone you can trust and confide your thoughts, feelings, and worries to. Trust is important in relationships because it allows you to be more open and giving. If you trust your partner, you are more likely to be forgiving of their shortcomings or behaviors that irritate you because overall you believe in them and know they have your back. Align your words and actions. In any important relationship, trust will grow when your words consistently match your actions. Acknowledgement and appreciation play an important role in building trust and maintaining good relationships. Recognizing and appreciating the efforts of others shows your talent for leadership and teamwork and increases the trust others have in you. Showing respect doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone, but when you honor their feelings, it builds trust, and they feel safe to open up more often. Respect is simply the golden rule in action. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Number 7. Learn to forgive. However, in marriage, forgiveness is a strength, because it shows you are capable of goodwill toward your partner. Studies indicate that forgiving someone is one way of letting go, so that you can heal and move on with your life. Being able to forgive one another teaches us to love each other and those around us in a more godly way, and it helps us to become more sensitive to the effects of our actions on others. In short, it makes us better husbands, wives, parents, friends, co-workers, and people. Forgiveness can lead to healthier relationships, improved mental health, less anxiety, stress, and hostility. You can't truly forgive without empathy and compassion. Committing to forgiveness is only the beginning, and memories of your hurt may still resurface after you've decided to forgive. Holding on to compassion and patience can help you succeed. Forgiving yourself and others is about being willing to acknowledge that you are capable of being wounded. It also means that you are willing to step out from the role of victim and take charge of your life. Couples who practice forgiveness can rid themselves of the toxic hurt and shame that holds them back from feeling connected to each other. In The Science of Trust, Dr. John Gottman explains that emotional attunement is a skill that allows couples to fully process and move on from negative emotional events, and ultimately create a stronger bond. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. It will empower us to do more. God bless you. See you next Friday for another episode.